podcast with Jayden and Davis as usual. Today we're going to be going over all this coronavirus shit that's going on, all the things that are being canceled, some stories and stuff like that that have been going on. Let's start off with one. Okay, so I was working at a school, and the teacher that I was working with is like, okay, we're going on this trip. If we swap rooms, we get like $500 back just because of this coronavirus stuff. Apparently,
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, I don't even know what's going on. But they're like, if we just swap rooms, we'll get like $500 back, just like that. And it's like, that's really stupid, but that's also really smart, just because you can swap to a better room and it's less money for you, and you get money back, which is weird.
So what they had someone in the room previously that they thought had the virus, therefore they don't want to affect other people.
I have no clue, but apparently that's just the stigma of the world. It's just like, well, we have a cruise, or like on this trip, we have a ton of rooms. If we swap rooms, apparently we can get money because for some reason, I have no idea, but apparently that's what the world has become. Is just
take advantage of it.
Exactly. Well, the stock market's crashing, so for all the investors out there, they're gonna wait until this coronavirus shit. It's like the all-time low, and then as soon as they hear that there's a cure for the coronavirus, they're gonna buy in, and then all of their stocks is gonna go up, which is what I'm gonna plan on doing. So, yeah, there's that. But we're gonna get into more coronavirus stuff later on. We have some stuff. The new Call of Duty Warzone. I just got a taste of that, and might I say, I am actually okay playing this. I said I was like, I don't like the new Call of Duty. It feels like Battlefield. Now I like the Battle Royale in this one. It's fun, it's unique, it's cool, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We're going to be talking about a few TV shows, a few movies and stuff like that. And we want to talk about Tim Hortons Roll Up the Rim, because being Canadians, of course, Tim Hortons runs through our blood. We have to talk about the changes that it went through. So for those that don't know, Tim Hortons Roll Up the Rim is it's just like a mini game. You buy a coffee, you roll up the rim once you're done drinking it, and you have a chance to win like a free coffee, or like a gift card to somewhere, or like a brand new car that you lease for a year for free.
Those are like the big prizes. There's like jet skis, mountain bikes, like $500,000. Like those are the big like one in a multi-million chance. But there's like hundreds of exactly little coffees or donut or
and it's simple. It's like you buy the cup, you roll it up, which is really annoying for me. I don't know if you had this problem, but I suck at rolling.
You have to use your teeth.
I did, yeah. I use my teeth, or I'll use, like, if I have really long nails that day, I'll just like dig into it or something like that. But you roll it up, and then most of the time it says, haha, you suck, come back next time. No, not really. It's just like, thanks for playing, try again.
Please play again.
And I have a funny story.
It's their marketing. It's just a basic marketing strategy. Think like Monopoly at McDonald's too. Same principle.
Same thing.
It's just a little thing to get more people into the stores to buy more coffee, right? Like even though most Canadians are in Timmy's all the time anyway, to go in for occasionally often. And they also launch it at the same time that McDonald's is doing the dollar coffee. Yeah. So either you get a dollar coffee at McDonald's, or you get a roll up coffee from Tim's. And
like an extra
get the chance, and get the chance for possibly winning something like that. They tend to launch them both around the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I had a funny story. I have this guy in high school. He was like a friend of mine, but he was the kind of kid that would go around and steal shit. You know, like I remember going to a store with him at West Ed. I remember he stole like a keychain. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, dude, I want this. I'm like, then buy it. He's like, no, watch this. He fucking takes it. We leave, and I'm like, oh my god, why am I hanging out with you? But anyways, so the way you redeem these prizes is you just pull up and you say, hey, I want a free coffee with Roll Up the Rim. And they're like, okay, perfect. So then you just give them the thing, and then they give you the coffee and you drive off. He would do that, but he would do that with losing rolls. So, like, it would say, please try again. He would quickly just give it to them. The person wouldn't check it. He would get the coffee and just go. And I'm like, okay, that's scumbaggy, but that's also fucking hilarious.
Through drive-through, it'd be a lot easier,
Yep.
Like, you wouldn't do it in line because they would actually take the chance to look at it. But through drive-through, it's just like, okay, quick, like...
Yep. So you just get, like, free large coffees all the time. And I'm just like, wow, that's kind of scumbaggy, but that's also kind of smart.
Ingenious, yeah.
A little bit. But, yeah, anyways, with this Tim Hortons update. Uh, the new way to play Tim Hortons is to download an app on your phone,
Mhm.
um, which is not bad because like most people have phones nowadays. Blizzard doesn't believe that, but uh, you have your phone, you roll up the rim, and then you see if you won or not. But people are taking this really, really, really hard because they're like, oh yeah, it just asks you for all of your personal information. It's like your phone number,
Mhm.
your house address, your firstborn child's blood. Like it literally asks for everything. I have this article from McLean's and it says Tim Hortons will track how and where you use its services and any information stored in cookies and stuff like that may acquire information about you from publicly and commercially available sources as permitted by law, which we may combine with other information we receive from or about you. It will receive personal information for as long as it is needed to fulfill the purpose for which it is collected, and Tim Hortons will share your information with its sister chains, Burger King and Popeyes, as well as their franchises. So
In other
basically,
words, ads.
ads, your personal information is no longer your own. It's now owned by Burger King and Popeyes and Tim
Well,
Hortons.
that's been a thing since like 2005,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you're gonna be targeted by this shit. And it also seems like it's really to set up for, okay, if we fuck up with a coffee and someone tries to sue us, we have all of their information anyways, so it's not going to come at us by surprise. So holy shit, I'm going to take these off because this is bad right now. I just need to clean them. But yeah, it doesn't really seem like, why the fuck would they do this? It's literally you just roll up the rim for a fucking coffee.
yeah, and it doesn't change anything anyway, because like you still buy the cup, like, and you would still end up throwing it in the garbage or anything like that. So it's not like in a way of making it to be more like
No,
environmentally friendly or anything like that, because you still have to
exactly.
buy the paper cup.
You still have
So
to buy the cup. You still go in. You still throw it out at the end of the day. Unless you're like Starbucks. I like Starbucks cups because they're like they encourage you to use their cup, and then they'll be like, yeah, okay, I want this. I just have this cup, and they're like, oh, perfect, and then that
mhm.
saves waste. If Tim Hortons did that, I would be
it
kind of fine with this, but it
it
still
does
doesn't
happen
make
at it
sense.
does happen at Tim's too. Like I
Uh,
know that the one that at the main one I go to, like you get 15 cents off if you bring your own mug,
ooh.
but like it's just not like advertised or
Mhm.
like
It's not really
as
pushed as
much.
much, and I'm not
Hmm.
surprised with it because Burger King is a really shit. It's a shit burger. We talked about this on the podcast like 2 weeks ago. We're like, okay,
Hmm.
we need to make a food list. I'd love to make an anti-food list, like fast food places you shouldn't go to. Burger King's one of them. Burger King, like, you should rebrand. Burger King is not the king of burgers. You know who is the king of burgers in the fast food game? A and
Mickey
W.
D's. I
What?
agree. A&W is better, but McDonald's is more known.
McDonald's is more known. A&W is like supreme burgers. Dairy Queen you should not eat either. Dairy Queen is good for one thing, and you know what that is?
Nothing, because they're not even their ice cream is good.
Blizzards are great. What the fuck are you on about?
They're fucking
Dude,
expensive.
that's why you go for on the day that it's like to help the kids out for the like Stollery Hospital or whatever. Or Make
Yeah,
a Wish Day. I think that's what it's called, something like that.
something
Whatever
like
it's called.
that.
Yeah. So you go there, you get your Blizzard, you feel
Okay,
good about yourself because you got ice cream, you gave to charity, you're good. That's fine.
I'll go. Okay, fine. I'll go once a year.
There you go. Once a year. That's all. It's for the kids, man. It's for the kids. But yeah, Burger King is not a good food place. Popeyes, I've heard mixed things.
Popeyes is okay.
Hmm.
It's a little bit better than like KFC, but yeah,
Yep.
just nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy. Yeah. And Tim Hortons is, well known. Their
It's
donuts are
Timmy's,
good.
the Canadian staple, eh, bud. Trying to
Exactly.
go to Tim's, get yourself a coffee, go get a double double, and get some Timbits, eh, bud.
You sound exactly like the Canadian stereotypes video that I
That
think I linked. Yeah, there you go.
that's the point.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the problem with this app is it asks for too much when Roll Up the Rim is an accessible game for literally anyone. A 5-year-old can go
Hmm.
up and is like, "Can I buy like
Hot
tea
chocolate.
or hot chocolate?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a way better
Yeah.
example. Chocolate, like a 5-year-old gets some hot chocolate and then, you get a
They get
medium
it.
because they it's just like one cup, they can drink it later or
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe the child's really thirsty, I don't know. And then they get a reward of rolling up the rim. A 5-year-old could play this if they really
Yeah.
wanted to.
I
Now with
I
this
think if
one,
I think if anything, they should have made it like just you still roll up, but you have like a barcode or something like that, and you just need to scan like a QR code or something on your phone or
Mm,
something. I don't know. Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Like I don't like it. Yeah.
I don't like it just being going towards phone, like going, this is something that doesn't need to be digital because it was
Yeah.
working completely fine. I like either way, but it's also stupid because it's like, why are you doing this now when the thing before, it's not going to change anything because you still have the cups, like you said, Davis. You're still going to throw up the cups, throw
Throw
out
out
throw out the cups. They're going to end up somewhere, but they're paper cups, so they're biodegradable over a few years. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so it's not bad, but I don't know. It seems stupid. I know I'm not gonna play. I guess I really don't care. I haven't been to Timmy's since I was in college. Like
Yeah.
since I went to uni.
I don't know, like I I go to Tim's often enough, especially since it's right there when I'm at school. But um, yeah, if it had the roll up, then I would still would. But yeah, exactly, I don't think I'm gonna download another app and put another app with more information on it again. Like there's so many
Yep.
things that have my information as is,
Mhm.
right? So I don't know. Maybe if I get really bored and really start thinking about it, maybe I will. But I still don't think I'm gonna put the effort into it if it requires downloading something again.
Mhm.
But
So
and I'm an avid coffee drinker.
yeah, there you go. I don't drink coffee. I will drink. I'll drink like frozen drinks and stuff like that. Frozen lemonades and shit like that. That's like my go-to drink at Tim Hortons. For like a hot drink,
Mhm.
I'll drink like an apple cinnamon tea. But I usually don't drink that many hot beverages, so. But anyways, let's move on. So I sent Davis this article, and he had the exact same one as mine. So we're gonna pull this up right now, just because of how stupid it is. Let's go over this. Evergreen woman waters fake plant she thought was real for 2 years. Why
It's
is
like
this an article?
on global news.
Yeah, on
Like,
Global. Global's a great news source. Like Global here in Edmonton is great.
hmm
The fuck is this, Global? Hello? March 4th, 2020. Okay, so 420, just blaze. But why is this an article? Then, like, it goes into detail, and it's not like they kept her information private. They gave the full name of the person who made this article and who was in the article. So this girl named
hmm
Kaylee Welks. I'm just gonna say it because her name's out there anyways. If anybody's gonna search for it, oh
hmm
well. But yeah, she was like, she just watered a plant for 2 weeks. Who fucking cares? That's not
yeah.
news.
And
Tom
this
Hanks getting
is
coronavirus. That's news. That's news. Well, that's not
oh,
even news. That's still just another person getting coronavirus. But with Tom Hanks, he's actually smart about it. But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk
mhm.
about this stupid thing. It's like Jake
What
Paul saying I'm dumb on Twitter and then getting a fucking news article made about it.
I have a feeling that this is just meant to be clickbait, just because of for these type of reactions. Because I'm literally reading the first paragraph. It says in a Facebook post that has garnered more than 6,000 shares and almost the same number of comments, Celia well Cecilia Welks
I'm just,
tells the tragic
I think
tale of her plant that she thought was alive.
I
Like
think
it's
it's
a
Kaylee.
tragic tale.
A tragic tale. Oh God. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
or however you pronounce her name. I'm
The
sorry that I
the
can't read.
plant is fake. Oh my
Yeah.
God. The world's gonna end, Davis. Let's not even talk about coronavirus anymore. Let's just talk about
Wow.
this. Like this is
Yeah.
like that's how they think everyone's gonna react. Well, that's how people do react because people are stupid. Then it'll be like, "Oh my God!" Like it's a funny thing to laugh at. Is it a news article? Is it news article worthy? No, it's not. Is it to put? Why would you put her name in
It,
this as well? Why would you put her on blast like this?
because she probably wanted her 15 minutes of fame, and it's just a way of like, ooh, here's a story, and like it. I have a feeling that maybe this might be one of those things where um people will just to prove that people will react to anything.
Hmm.
Like it might be like quote unquote science experiment. Like, have you ever heard of those things where like post something on purpose just to get people to react just to
Yeah,
prove
like
that?
an
So
article
that
study.
either that, like if this was on the Onion or like Reddit or something like that, it would make sense. But
Reddit makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
it's
sense.
but
Kotaku even makes sense for this shit because Kotaku can write like the shittiest articles and write
yeah.
some really great articles. Like they blew open the Anthem case wide open, but they also make some stupid shit. But like
So,
global
quick
news, this
question
is not
then.
news. What's up?
Where did you find this? How did you even find this article?
This was on Facebook. I'm like scrolling through Facebook. I'm literally just like, and then I saw everything. I think someone on my friends list commented on it. So I was like,
Mm,
are you fucking kidding me? This is what we've come
it
down to.
it must be clickbait to get people onto the global news. But
You
yeah,
don't even
not
need it.
clickbait in the way of not in clickbait of the way of like, oh my god, you won't believe this, and it's like big captions, but in
Hmm.
clickbait of the way of did they click into like did they actually make a real article about this?
Yep.
Like,
They actually made a real article about this for no reason other than, yeah, let's just get a bunch of views. But anyways, this is another rant of dumb shit that we should gotta like make a like Twitter. We gotta make a Twitter thread that's like articles you shouldn't be looking at that shouldn't actually exist, and just like tag everyone that's in it. So I would tag global, just like, why is this an article? What
mhm.
what constitutes this as news? That the American population is getting dumber because this woman is from California,
Yeah,
but they're already dumb. So sorry America, you guys suck. Let's move
they
on
do
to
have Trump as a president, so
and if they re-elect him after everything that I've seen on Twitter, then yeah, they're fucked. Like here's a formal invitation to all people from America that are smart and don't want Trump to be elected. People like from Rooster Teeth Productions and stuff like that. Come to Canada. Like, we get it. We'll give you some Tim Hortons, some free roll up the rims, old fashioned roll up the rims. We'll get you some donuts, some Timbits. We'll set you up here. We'll teach you how to deal with the snow because the snow is going to be pretty hard. But we will do that free of charge. And we will be okay with it. And you know what? If America's economy crumbles and because of Trump, and then it's like, well, then now you guys know. Trump is good for, like, the morons that are like, yeah, let's do this. It's like, he hasn't done anything. He called, what did he say? Something about coronavirus that was like, coronavirus is fake or some shit like that. I don't even remember. But
no, it was
they
they have
they have like a science team that
um
was like, yeah, no, this is fine or some shit like that. What did they say? Like,
it says he said America's the greatest country in the world. We have the best scientists, doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals. They are amazing people who do phenomenal things every day. Together, we are putting into policy plan to prevent, detect threat that create a vaccine against coronavirus to save lives in America and the world, and then America will get it done. So it's actually a so he's still saying the fuck yeah
yeah,
America
yeah,
fuck yeah, but actually slightly including the rest of the world. And so for once he's saying something that's not complete garbage.
yeah, something that's not complete garbage. That this is your president. Your president doesn't even know what state Oklahoma City's in.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
That was funny. He deleted the tweet and then remade it, and I was sitting there just like, listen, I could probably take a better guess at where Oklahoma City is, and I don't even know that much American geography. I know where Texas is because Texas is pretty big. I know like some of the West Coast. I know Hawaii and Alaska. I know some of the East Coast, somewhat of the center. I probably have a better understanding of geography than the American president. So, there goes that. That speaks volumes about this. But anyways, let's move on to video games. So, Call of Duty Warzone dropped. So, I told Davis a little bit about this. It's a free update for
Just like
anyone.
everything else on Call of Duty has been so far.
Yep. So, it's a free update. You don't have to actually purchase the game. You can just download the Warzone update and you can
Hmm.
play Battle Royale with your friends. You can play cross-platform, which was awesome. I actually got to experience that, and it actually works fairly well. There's still
Yeah.
a little bit of mic connection issues, but I have to say, it is a lot of fun. It is uniquely different to other Battle Royales in the sense of, like, when you die, if you die, you get sent to the gulag, aka prison, and you have to go into a 1v1 cage match, and if you lose, then the only thing that your teammates can do is find money and buy you back into the game. But if you win, you just get immediately put back into the game. So there's a ton of different things to do. There's helicopters, there's trucks.
Instead of just sitting and waiting forever.
Yep. There's kill streaks. You can get like a cluster strike. You can get turrets and stuff like that. It's pretty fun so far, and I have to say it doesn't have achievements, but I am enjoying it nonetheless.
So it's better than Blackout.
Yeah, 1000%. I think Blackout felt really arcadey to me. It didn't really feel too much like a impactful battle royale game mode.
So yeah, like I don't know, maybe I'll turn the PlayStation on and get it to download because I know any update always takes a while. Anytime I want to play it, so I'll probably start downloading it now.
Imagine this, Davis. We can stream together, you and I.
I don't stream though.
I would stream my point of view, but we could play together.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I'm like, I don't have that technology.
Yeah, which this is huge because like you would think Activision would force you to pay. Of course, it has a battle pass that they're like incentivizing. They put a bunch of ads in your face. It's like buy the battle pass to unlock these characters to play as. It's like it has no impact on the game other than it looks cool. I think so. It's not even that big of a deal. So, am I mad about it? No, not really, because it is cosmetics and stuff like that, and they have worked hard for it. And it's a pretty big update. They basically just gave us Fortnite, which I'm okay with people spending money on Fortnite as long as it's not like a crutch. It's like, yeah, I have an extra $20 for my paycheck, might as well, right? So, I'm fine with it, and it is a fun game, so I will definitely be putting some time into it with my friends because I know a lot of them will be playing it.
So you're saying you could download just this, like you don't have to have Modern Warfare to play it.
I didn't buy Modern Warfare. Yep, you can just download the Battle Royale, and there's another game mode I haven't tried it yet. I think it's like Puddle or something. So, it's like getting money and shit like that. It's like you just run around the map and get money and stuff. But I have no idea how it's supposed to work. But we can try
so basically, what you wanted from Call of Duty Zombies, like you wanted just that individual game for zombies, but it's happening. It's this Battle Royale instead.
Well, speaking of zombies, I've lost all hope. Well, you know what? I haven't lost all hope. Because...
I don't know. You've said that more than once already.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. The article that I found was, and I saw it on Twitter as well because I follow Jason Blundell. Call of Duty Zombies director Jason Blundell leaves Treyarch. Now, this has been a thing for like a week. And it sucks to see Jason Blundell go. He gave us some of the best maps ever. He gave us, what did he give us? He gave us No, he didn't. He gave us Mob of the Dead. He gave us Origins. He gave us Black Ops 3, which had some really good maps and stuff like that. But Black Ops 4 was really, really the last thing that was just like, hey, they needed to do something really, really big for Black Ops 4. They didn't. So... I don't know. It was just a huge shit show. I don't know if Jason Blundell really had too much of a say in it but he was the director and that's the direction he wanted to go. I didn't like the direction, so I'm hoping with Jason Blundell leaving, they are looking towards the fans and the YouTubers that have been OGs since like 2009 or whatever when Nazi Zombies first came into the scene. And they're like, okay, this is like they loved the arcade style. They liked no gobblegums, no elixirs, no microtransactions, but they're probably going to have to because it's Activision, right? For Black Ops 5. They're hopefully just like, hey, you can run and gun if you want to. You can camp if you want to. The old perk system is back. Stuff like that. That's what a lot of people are hoping for is like a better perk system and stuff like that. But, well, good luck to Jason Blundell, and I hope he does well. But let's see what Treyarch can do. I don't know who they named as the director of Zombies. I hope that as a team they can get their shit together. They can make an actually good Black Ops game, but we'll have to see. What are your thoughts on this?
Doesn't concern me because Zombies is not the game mode I've like ever gotten interested in with Call of Duty. I play multiplayer. I play friggin'. Play some team deathmatch, domination. Those are my two, or free for all. Those are my like main game modes. I've never followed creators and like I know like companies like but like I know the company Treyarch. That's about it. I don't know no offense to anyone like for who likes it or anything like that. It's just I don't follow that type of stuff, so it doesn't affect my gameplay or anything I do.
That's totally fair. Like everyone has their own reasons for playing Call of Duty. Like I bought Black Ops 3 just for the zombies, and now
Hmm.
I'm slugging my way through the campaign. By the way, whoever designed the Black Ops 3 campaign can fuck right off. Whoever was in charge of the campaign, I'm so glad that they decided to drop it and put it in Blackout. Because if we got another Black Ops 3 campaign in Black Ops 4, I'd fucking shoot my foot. Like, it's so bad. The story is terrible. You
Hmm.
know, like how in Modern Warfare and stuff like that, you have like that scrolling text, or like in the old Black Ops games, you have that scrolling text that like the certain words pop up, like Singapore, 1943, or
Yeah.
whatever, like that.
Yeah.
That's where the bulk of the story takes place, in those like scrolling text sections.
Hmm.
You're playing as a character named Player, and there's supposed to be a huge revelation and stuff like
Hmm.
that, but none of it's told through the actual gameplay. Pretty much, it's like you basically are replaying memories, and the
Uh.
actual thing is like, yeah, you were actually this character the whole time. Your character actually died on the operating table, so you're just
Mm.
going through the motions and stuff like that. And it's like that's the worst way to tell a story, is to hide it through scrolling text that takes like 20 seconds to fucking zoom through. And it's like, yeah,
That you don't, that no one cares about or reads or anything like that ever. Same thing
exactly.
as like a loading screen. Like no one,
Yeah.
yeah,
I watched
no one
like a
cares about that.
35-minute video explaining what the campaign is and how it works. And I've watched that video, and I've watched like about 3 or 4 other videos. Still, I'm confused. I still don't understand what's going on. I don't mind a convoluted story. I don't mind like a really intricate story. I just don't like bad stories, and this was a terrible one, which could have been super cool. Like in the Actman's video, he talked about how the game could have been, okay, the human, like how technology is changing humans, and how humans are becoming less known in like the military, in a military sense, and how we're relying more on robotics and stuff like that, and how that can hurt us, kind of
Hmm.
thing. They kind of explored that, but they basically decided to go, oh, there's a spooky ghost inside your head that is driving you insane and stuff like that. They didn't really go along the lines of, yeah, people are controlling these robots to do terrible things and stuff like that. Even though it's shown throughout the campaign, it's like more of a sub theme than like an
Hmm.
actual theme, which is stupid because I still can't even understand the story. I have a character, and that's about it. Are there stakes? No, because you just infinitely respawn, so there's no point.
Hmm.
Um, there's no. They're just
Yeah,
kind
but
of
that's
trying to
kind of the
confuse.
same with every Call of Duty game, regardless of which one. Like the campaign, like it's not lives or health or anything like that. Like
Yeah,
yes, there's health. You can't get shot X amount of times, but
yeah,
depends on the difficulty. But
uh-huh.
regardless, if you play through the level, you go through a save point and you respawn, right? Like that's. But
Yep.
it's gonna happen regardless. But yeah, no, it is really annoying when you're playing through a game and the story is like total like garbage. Even
Yeah,
though the gameplay might still be fun, but like it's not as engaging when you're
yeah,
playing a game. It's like, okay, why am I doing this?
yeah.
Like I actually played the campaign of Modern Warfare, and I actually really liked the story that they
Hmm.
had in it because it's based kind of sort of like off of something that happened actually could or did happen kind of sort of
Yeah.
in real life,
It
right?
it has that
Uh,
connection to like morality and towards like the actual human world, where
mm,
Black Ops 3, it was like people, this guy who had all of his limbs torn off gets robot arms and legs, and like the ability to hack computers with his hand and mind like at an instant and stuff like that. It's kind of
is
like
that around the
unrelatable.
same? Is that around the same time that Deus Ex came out and it was about hacking and that kind of stuff?
I would assume so. I think Black Ops 3 came out 2015, 2016, something
No, I
like
think
that.
Deus Ex is older than that.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, I was just gonna say it was probably just that phase and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But
I'm just gonna Google it real quick. But yeah, it was, that's kind of what it was. November 6th, 2015.
mm.
And they took a long time for their DLCs to come out. Holy.
But I
But
think that's one of the reasons, like why, like when you're talking about Call of Duty, you have Black Ops fans and you have Modern Warfare fans. Like
yeah.
then you have people that play casual and don't really care which one they're playing.
Yeah, they're just
But
like playing Call of Duty.
yeah, you like the Black Ops more, and I like the Modern Warfare more, right?
Yeah.
But if honestly,
Like I would.
It's the same thing as like Assassin's Creed. It's the same thing as like FIFA. It's the same thing, as every franchise. Like there are better ones that players like, there are worse ones that players like, but essentially the gameplay is the same.
And it's really hard because with the Call of Duty developers, when they started taking this franchise towards the future with like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, they really were split. They were like, we want this and we want this and stuff like that. And the Act Man made a video. Like, I love the Act Man. He's awesome. He did a video called "Why Was World War II So Bad?" and he did a video after that explaining like a ton of comments that he got that were like, no, this game is actually really, really good, and he wanted to see if people could actually defend it. Nobody could defend it. Nobody could defend how terrible World War II was. But like a lot of the comments were, the Call of Duty fans clash and they don't know what they want anymore because they're like, we want 3-lane maps because they're simplistic, but we want non-3-lane maps where there's like big areas and it's like.
I don't like the big area maps.
See,
it takes forever.
That's exactly it. Or like maps that aren't 3 lanes but are like kind of small and condensed and stuff like that. But apparently fans are like, we want 3-lane maps, but also we don't want 3-lane maps because the 3-lane maps, the non-3-lane maps that you guys come out with are confusing as hell and they're stupid. That's why like people like 3-lane maps because it's simplistic. You go left, right, middle, and there's barely any space to deviate from that. There's like a lack of freedom.
Yeah, the best gameplay is on like the medium-sized maps, like Crash, for example, is one of the most popular maps. But then on the other hand, people also really like Shipment because it's the smallest map ever created, to my knowledge, in Call of Duty, most likely. Right? It's the smallest one. It's been remade. It was COD 4. It's made in World War II. It was made now, like, and they brought back the most popular ones. But yeah, like then there's the big maps like. I can't remember the names of them because I can't. But like anything that's basically like outside in my village or anything like that, like for myself personally, I don't like them as much because you don't have as much gameplay. Like you have to run the entire map sometimes because people stay on their spawn.
Yep, there you go. And it's I don't know. I have to agree with the like some maps are really, really terrible and stuff like that. Some maps aren't fun. Like I'm not a huge multiplayer junkie like you are. Well, not junkie, but multiplayer like.
Yeah.
Extraordinaire. I am a zombies player and I know what's good in zombies. I like a map that can have big open spaces. A map that's all tight corridors sucks ass. There needs to be like a lot of perks on the map. Other things to do, like you're not just spinning the box, you get your good guns and then that's it, you survive. There are things like the Easter eggs and like the bows in Der Eisendrache, which were really, really cool. Or getting like certain helmets in Garad Krovi, so you could be like, yeah, I can take less damage and stuff like that. But and in multiplayer, where a lot of fans are, it's really, really a bad time for them because they're like, yeah, we want this, we want this. It's like a big tug of war, and the Call of Duty devs are just like, well, fuck, we don't know what to do, so they make things as best they can, and then everyone hates it, and they're like, this Call of Duty sucks. Like World War II was awful.
Yeah.
And like. World War II was
Infinite Warfare is a perfect example. It has like almost like the flow almost of like Modern Warfare, but like the gadgets and stuff of like Black Ops. So they tried to do like a compromise, and it was like, nah, it didn't work. It's probably the worst Call of Duty game.
Yeah, the jetpacks and stuff. Yeah, Infinite Warfare still has a terrible glitch where you can't get an achievement for winning 5 matches. I've won like 30 matches at this point. I should have the achievement, but I don't. It's really fucking dumb. But yeah. Like,
anyway,
I think the games, like one last point, the games from Advanced Warfare to like World War II are like complete dog shit. Like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, Ghosts. Ghost was really bad.
I forgot about Ghost.
Ghost was really awful. I didn't even play it, but the general fan base is just like, yep, this game was awful. When they're like, yeah, we have fish that move out of the way. It's like, didn't they do that back in like 1989 with like Banjo-Kazooie or something? I don't know any dates or anything, but like, this is a technology that's been in the game for several years.
Happens in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Exactly, right? It's not a new mechanic, and they are like, we have improved dog physics. It's like, cool, we have a new dog. That's it. That's it. The rest is like, yeah, it's just Call of Duty. It's just
Yeah, I did
garbage.
like that kill streak in World War no in not World War Two. What was the World War One that came out after
World at
COD
War.
4? World at War.
There
Yeah,
you go.
because they had the attack dogs kill streak. That was
Yeah,
a good one.
that one was pretty fun. You get 7 kills, and then you get 80 billion more because a bunch of dogs are just killing everything for you. You can sit in a
Hmm.
corner and wait. Uh, but yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
that's enough about Call of Duty. I say go play Warzone if you like Battle Royale. I haven't
yeah.
tried the new game mode, but yeah. The next thing
That's it. That's it for now. We
that's
will
it for now.
most likely talk
I'm
about Call of
here.
Duty again.
Well,
We,
there's
yeah,
like an asterisk, just
yeah,
like hold on. It's like I have another thing about Call of Duty.
yeah. We
I
always tend to bring something about that up.
I could spend about 15 minutes crying about Black Ops 3's campaign because I've played it so many times at this point, trying to get. There's an achievement for getting every single decoration in the game. So that's or in the campaign. So that's all the skins on the guns. That's all the skins, all the attachments. You have to get a perfect record on combat training, uh, which is unrealistic. So it's one shot you die. Um, a bunch of things like you have to play through the game on hardened, and you can't die once at all, or else
Hmm.
you have to restart. But there's like a ton of shit like that, and it's really annoying. It makes me cry. But anyways, uh, the next thing I showed this to Davis. I saved it because I thought Davis would be more excited about it. But it has come to my knowledge that he has not watched any of the Yu-Gi-Oh series besides the original.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
It's
a
it's it's a nostalgia feel. That's the main reason I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh as a freaking 27-year-old adult.
yeah, to
'Cause I watched it
27.
because
Yeah.
I almost said 28 because I'm turning 28 this year.
Well,
Holy crap! But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
so, anyways, there's just a new anime poster that has the premiere date April 4th in Japan. So this is the poster right here on Twitter. So
So probably still a year away before it gets into
well, it said April
America.
4th. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
if
know if
that's in Japan, depending on how long it takes to act, it takes sometimes
I don't think
like
it'll take
Dragon
that
Ball
long.
Super didn't get to like Dragon Ball Super. I don't think it got to America till 2019, and it premiered in 2017 in Japan.
hmm I don't
The
I did
dubbed
not know that.
version, at least.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take, but I like with Crunchyroll and stuff, you could probably watch it like instantly. So
Yeah, but
I can
they'll be
imagine.
subbed but not dubbed.
Yeah, that's fine. Subs not
Yeah,
dub subs over dubs all the way, dude. I usually
nah, fam. I'm not enough of an anime fan
really
to watch. I'm not enough of an anime fan. I watch literally the classics. That's about it. I don't really get into too much for anime.
to see I've started watching with subs only because it's the Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix, which is a Netflix original. The first season I loved it, watched it like 3 times over.
Hmm.
When I watched it in dubbed, the American voice actors made me want to die. They were that bad. They didn't sound epic at all. Like,
Hmm.
you know how anime is like everything super over the top? Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So you would have like that effect. So it's one of the moves is called full counter. So the guy is allowed to like fully counter whatever's coming at him. So the North American guy is like full counter, and then you just hear like it doesn't really match what's going on the screen. It's a lot more epic than just that. So
Hmm.
you just hear like a full-on full counter, and it's like really, really over the top, and it sounds really cool compared to the North
Hmm.
American. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, it was a mistake trying to watch this subbed, and I immediately went back and I watched it dubbed.
Yeah, but you watched it subbed first. See, like
Hmm
like Dragon Ball, for me, for example, I grew up watching it as a kid,
hmm
dubbed, because I this is before even knew what the difference between cartoons and anime, right?
Yeah.
So watched it dubbed first, and then I went back and I watched some episodes subbed,
hmm
and like Goku's original Japanese voice is done by like a woman, and
Nani?
um
So,
and like her voice is obviously it's Japanese, so it's completely different.
yeah.
So I prefer the American because like it's a deeper voice,
Yeah.
even for like Goku, right? And that's the same thing. You would probably say the same thing with like Pokemon. Like you're a big Pokemon fan,
Yeah.
right? But I have a feeling you may not like the subbed version because you're so used nostalgia wise of hearing Ash's
Yeah.
English voice, right?
Yeah.
So I think that has a big part of it too. If you're a big fan of just anime in general, then
Mhm.
you'll get used to whatever voice you hear it
Yeah.
primary first way
I
you watch it.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy Ash in the subbed version. I like the names a lot more. Like Greninja is a cool name. Gekuga is way better and stuff like that. Hearing them like get super loud and you can actually feel like the bond between Ash and his Greninja as they're fighting. It's way deeper in a subbed version than a dubbed version. So
Hmm.
that's that like it all depends for me. Like Avatar, I don't think I could ever watch it subbed. I know it dubbed. The voice actors in English are super duper good. I wouldn't change them for the world.
Hmm.
Seven Deadly Sins, I have to watch subbed. No, there's no changing that. If
Hmm.
someone's like, "Can we watch this in English?" I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, how about I shoot myself and then you can do that?" Because I don't like it. It's
Yeah,
awful.
no, yeah, exactly. Fair enough.
Okay, so let's go to something else. We have the Last of Us TV show, which
Yeah.
is it's not very surprising, but so we still haven't heard anything about Uncharted, but at least we're getting new stuff. Still like holding us over until they can decide on a fucking director and
They're
who
the
covers.
same company, right? Not they're both Naughty Dog, right?
Yep, Last of
Yeah,
Us and yeah, Uncharted is both
Uncharted.
Naughty. Yep. So yeah, the HBO series is coming, or the Last of Us series is coming. It's coming to HBO, and apparently
Hmm.
it's coming like 2021 if we're lucky, but it's probably going to be later than that.
Hmm.
And who is the actress who was actually Ellie in this series? Who was she? I can't remember her actual actress name. Ellie, Last of Us. Nope, not Ashley Johnson. Nope, that's not who it is. Is it? No. Is it Ashley Johnson?
Oh, how am I supposed to know?
I
You're
don't
on
know.
Google.
Help me.
Ask Google.
I'm trying to ask Google, but it's not doing anything. If they don't, anyways, if they don't put this woman on their thing on like in the movie, I give up. I'm not gonna go watch it. Who who was Ellie based on in The Last of Us? Is it Ashley Johnson? Okay. Yep, it was Ashley Johnson. I think it doesn't
So you want
seem
that
right. It
her?
doesn't
You
seem.
want her to be the actual actor
Yeah.
in the show?
Yes. That's who I want it to be because
Hmm.
it's literally voiced by the person. It's modeled after that. So there you go.
The
Uh,
thing is she an actual actress? Like,
yep.
not sorry, correct. I know some people don't like a on-screen actress because voice actors like don't like to be called not actors.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. I
yeah,
think
an
she's.
on-screen actor.
I'm sure she'd be fine. No, probably not. She looks way older than her character is. Because Ellie in the series is actually like what, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you know.
But when this actually, I can see this growing popular because I've heard for years that people, fans of The Last of Us, have wanted it to be adapted to a movie or TV show,
I can
and with
definitely see
like
it.
with how well The Witcher got got recognized and picked up and everything, you know, um, and how well like The Walking Dead turned out as a show. Um, there's and now the fact now that video game
Oh.
to screen adaptations are starting to get better. They're not
Mhm.
Prince of Persia. Well, actually, Prince of Persia is not bad, but
Yeah. I was wrong. It's not Ashley Johnson. It's Ellen Page. I knew I was getting that wrong. So Ellen
okay, yeah,
Page is the person that they based Ellie off of in The Last of Us. So I hope because Ellen Page looks really young. She's a very very young actress. I think she could definitely do it.
hmm
So I hope they cast Ellen Page. If they don't, I riot in the streets. No one's gonna join me because nobody's gonna care. But you know, it's important to me. So I hope it does well. I hope they get to work on it right away. I hope it comes out super well because we had Pokemon Detective Pikachu come out. That was a wildly successful movie. Sonic the Hedgehog came out. That was a wildly successful video game movie. We
Mhm.
had The Witcher come out. That was a hugely successful TV series. It's already on season 2, and I'm already hyped for it.
Pre-production.
Pre-production. There you go. But
Yeah, Ellen Page is a little too old to play a 14-year-old. She's 33.
she looks very young though. Let's be real.
Yeah, fair enough.
She could definitely do that. But she's 33. The fuck?
According to Google,
That is not.
and she's Canadian.
Huh. I could see that. I could see it in some pictures. In other pictures, not even close. Like, let's take a look at this. Yeah, see, like, this one she can appear very old in. This one, nope. I love how the picture I picked. Apparently, the article name is Ellen Page says she was sexually harassed by Brett Ratner. It's like, holy fuck. All right.
Oh, weird picture. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I know her from. Juno. Juno. Fucking love
Yeah.
that movie. To watch it in sex ed. It's the weirdest thing to watch in sex ed. It's just like, huh. So, you know,
You got to watch a movie for sex ed?
we get to watch a movie about teen pregnancy and stuff like that. And you know what? It was all a bunch of dudes as well. It was just like, huh, this is really weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Didn't stop from a bunch of people getting pregnant during high school. So, there's that. Anyways, let's go to the next one I have. Apparently The Rock wants to be in the Sonic movie sequel. So we were talking about this before we started the show. Who could he be? Our top answer was Knuckles.
Knuckles. Yeah, he would have to voice Knuckles. But I still think his voice is still too deep for a character like that. Like, unless who are the other villains of Sonic other than Eggman? Like, is there any villain that's like a big buff dude? Isn't there like an alligator that's really big or something?
Yeah, there is.
Unless he plays like live action, playing himself, being he would have to be like for Sonic. He would have to be a villain. Like, even though Dwayne Johnson's not known for being a villain, except for the fact that he's already cast as Black Bolt for the next Shazam.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so
yeah, it would have to be. Yeah.
Here are a few of them. Mephiles the Dark, Metal Sonic, Shadow. What the fuck?
Shadow's like an anti-hero. He's not really like a villain.
He's not really a villain, yeah. I could, yeah. Age Stone, Infinite, Metal Sonic, Shadow the Hedgehog. There's a ton of them apparently. Apparently Justin Bieber is one of them, according to this wiki.
Yeah, you're listing off a wiki. That's
yeah. Well, it's like a fandom wiki, so yeah. There's like
yeah, but
billion.
So basically, yeah, he would have to be a voice character. Is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think either Knuckles or Knuckles, Shadow, or like what did you say, Silver Sonic or whatever?
Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic, maybe like
or Chaos. I could see it being Chaos.
Maybe, yeah, he would have to be. Yeah, I don't know, but it's just because they're small. Dwayne Johnson is a big giant man, dude, so he has a big, deep voice.
Well, who else has he voiced? I'm sure he's voiced a ton of characters.
He voices Moana, the demigod of Moana.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he's basically playing himself again in Moana. Like,
that's exactly it. He is exactly like that.
So
who else has he voiced? Yeah,
the only time he's played like a kind of smaller type of thing, like, he doesn't voice, to my knowledge, he doesn't do a whole lot of voice acting, but like he played a more delicate person when he was like Tooth Fairy from 2000, like
oh god,
2004, something like that.
Fucking hockey star turns into the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah,
it's like what a weird movie.
And like that was also when he was regular person big, not giant tank big.
Yeah, he was he was a smaller guy, but
yeah, still big, but
still
not
big.
How he is now, right? So I can't see him voicing such a small figure of a character, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see him voicing Knuckles just because, Knuckles is like one of the bigger hedgehogs and he's pretty tough. But
yeah, that'd be the only character I could see it working with.
I don't know. I don't know Sonic that well. Like, I don't know voices that well. The Sonic actor, or the voice actor that was in the Sonic movie that we saw in the trailers, he was really good. But I feel like most of the other characters would have to be on that level, besides like Shadow, who would be like dark and edgier.
Hmm.
Knuckles I could see because like Dwayne is like kind of like a lighthearted guy. Like he's a very lighthearted person. I could definitely see him
Hmm.
doing something something like that. So again, we're gonna
Yeah,
have to see.
kind of like how he plays Brave Stone or whatever the heck his name is in Jumanji.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of still tough but still lighthearted.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, he can do anything. He's like a jack of all trades when it comes to acting and voice acting and shit. So
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I remember 2018 he was the highest paid actor of all time.
there you go.
Like
So there you go. Well, we'll have to see if The Rock actually gets the job. I'm sure he can, because it's the fucking Rock.
because it's The Rock. Yeah, he's known for like everything.
Exactly. So anyways, let's move on to the last topic we have, which is the coronavirus. Holy moly! There's and he's dead. And M3's canceled.
Goodbye.
Here's the question: if one of us dies from coronavirus, will the other one continue on with the M3 podcast with a new host?
Yes.
Dick.
You're dead to me. But
I'm
my
the one that
career's
runs
not.
this show. I'm the one that records it. I'm the one that edits it.
It was my idea.
It is your idea. That is true. Davis is like the founder, and I'm like
It's
the grunt that does all the work.
it. it's how, hey, it's how we became good friends.
That's exactly it. The fucking first day of what was it? Intro to trans? No, not transmedia. It
No,
was
editing.
yeah,
1009.
1009. We did a editing course together. He was sitting across the class from me, and I was just like, "Sup?" And we just started
Yeah,
talking, and then he came
we
and
just
sat
hung
by
out.
me. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Zach Hogel, our instructor, he was like, "Cool. Here's the outline. There we go. We're done for the day. Well done, guys." And then we were just like all walked out, and we were like, Davis was like, "Well, what class do you have next?" I'm like, "None. This is my only class for today. I'm going home. See you guys." So
yeah.
I went home.
And then it just happened to be of like I wanted to build a YouTube channel and I was thinking about making the channel a podcast and
There you go. And I
there we
was just
go.
like, I'm totally down for that. I talk, so I'm good for a
You
podcast.
do you
I
do
talk.
talk a
Yeah,
lot.
I do talk. Yep, there you go. So yeah, that's exactly how M3 was born. But yeah, if one of us dies to coronavirus, Davis is gonna have to learn how to use OBS, not Streamlabs OBS. He's gonna have to learn how to use OBS
Yeah.
or XSplit or some shit like that. Learn how to record and stuff like that, which is easy. I could teach you in like a day. Well,
Yeah.
next time you come over, we'll just do that. We tried doing something on the weekend, and then weather was not in our favor. We woke up, it was like 9 a.m., and it was like, huh, I don't think this is a good idea for you to come down. Davis was like, why? I haven't even looked outside yet. I'm like, oh, it's pretty fucking bad. The roads are going to be so shit. And then,
Oh, Canada.
there we go. And we tried going to the Sonic movie. The only showings that they had were like at 9 o'clock, and I couldn't do anything that was like that would take me past 11. And he had to work the next day, so he got off work at 7. We tried
Hmm.
doing something. It's like, this doesn't work, bro. We're like, fuck. So, when he has free time, we can do Warzone. That's what we'll do.
That's yeah. Okay,
Suckers.
we'll keep you updated for when
We'll
that
keep
actually happens.
exactly. But anyways, back to coronavirus. So there were a ton of things that were canceled because of coronavirus. There's like cruises and shit, but a few of the big ones are the Overwatch League. So OWL is huge in the Blizzard world and makes them a shit ton of money, and it's something I enjoy watching. So OWL is canceled for March and April because of the coronavirus stuff. I'm not even going to go into detail too much about that. GDC, so Game Developers Conference 2020, canceled due to coronavirus. E3 was reported today of having, or no, it was reported yesterday of having it canceled due to coronavirus. The Misfits podcast tour was canceled, and apparently now the NBA has suspended the season because of coronavirus stuff. So literally,
Preventing the spread if you
yeah,
don't want to go into large groups of thousands of people.
with coronavirus,
If one person has it, then and they don't know it, right? That's
yeah, they pass it on to someone else, right? You
Mm-hmm.
go to a basketball game and then you go visit your grandma and then suddenly she's dead because of coronavirus because you had it accidentally and now she's
Yeah,
dead. Well, it's
and you're
like
not washing your hands. That's the
exactly.
big thing.
Working at a school, like they wash their hands like every like hour or half hour it seems because they're like, "Hey, go wash your hands," because they're really like on top of this coronavirus shit. If one
Mm-hmm.
school in this town gets coronavirus, I'm out of a job. And it's like, well, fuck. What am I supposed to do? Stream full time? Like, I
Yes.
don't make I don't make enough money from that. I enjoy doing it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like now with how things are going, like I honestly don't know what to stream anymore. I started playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which came out today or yesterday. I honestly don't know. Fucking amazing game so far. I've played it for an hour and I'm already in love with it. The music, the atmosphere, all that stuff. Uh, but I could do a whole like section on that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was gonna say that's for later.
yeah, there's a. I started getting back into League of Legends. My roots of a gamer. I played that game nonstop during high school, and I decided to get back into it, except not be a toxic piece of shit. So, you will, if you see me online, don't flame me, because I will just mute you, bastards. So, I started like I don't know what to stream anymore. I honestly have no clue, because like achievement hunting isn't really that fun unless like you're doing some stupid shit or it's like you're watching YouTube videos as people donate or something like that or you're listening to music. It's really not that great depending on which video game it is and stuff like that. But anyways, that's what I'm at right now. I'm like I have no idea what to stream. So if you're wondering why I don't stream, there you go. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just sit, I play Magic with my friends when we get the chance to because all of us are busy. I did it last night until 2 a.m. Quality. It's fun, but anyways, yeah, there you go. That's my
Okay.
life. That's my life. But like with this coronavirus stuff, everyone's scared of it, and there's like the toilet paper thing. Have you seen that shit?
I was just gonna say that. Have you stocked up on toilet paper yet?
No. Why the fuck would I do that? Well, the only reason I would want to stock up is because there's a ton of morons in this town that are like, "Oh, I have to fucking stock up." It's like you realize that buying a bunch of toilet paper will not help you with coronavirus. Like,
It's because people are buying things. There was a broadcast like hygiene products, so toilet paper for women, obviously like tampons,
mhm.
like things that you would run out of if you have to stay like quarantined in your house.
Yeah.
That's why like I was at Walmart the other day and I saw a guy with a cart and he had literally a cart filled with just toilet paper. I'm like,
You're rooting for the rest of us. And it's
yeah, I'm
like,
like,
how much toilet paper are we gonna use? Like, okay, what's the weekly thing? How many weeks do you have to stay in quarantine for? Like 2, 3 weeks?
I have no idea. I don't, but
But
yeah,
let's say
sure.
let's say it's
Let's
three
say that.
weeks. Let's say three
Yeah,
weeks. How many shits are you taking in 3 weeks?
yeah.
If you're sick with coronavirus, you're probably not moving at all. I would like sometimes you get a common cold, you have a fever, you don't move at
Hmm.
all. Like the man cold, but it's like
Yeah,
amplified times 1,000. You're
yeah.
not moving. Some
The
sicknesses you
coronavirus
don't move
basically
in.
is the same thing as the flu, like
Mhm.
for younger people or people that aren't already sick,
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly, right? And most people that are like healthy and have good lungs and stuff like that don't need to worry about it because coronavirus won't affect them.
yeah, there's just so much. The thing that's bugging me is that like the media is.
Yes, I can hear that. Thank you.
Oh, we have some interruptions.
Technical problems. I heard what even was that? I thought it was squeaking, so I thought it was like the machine. It was weird. Anyways, sorry, your point,
Brother,
Dad.
dad. Oh,
Yeah, he comes downstairs and works out.
ah,
Unfortunately, usually
oh. I haven't heard it that time.
his headphones are screaming like you know those potted plants in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
That's what it's screaming like. There you go. My dad was laughing really hard at that joke. I did it. But yeah,
Fucking
so
mint.
you heard that, Davis?
Yeah,
What
I
are
can
you
hear it.
doing to it? It's squealing now. It was like a high pitched squeal now. This is hilarious. My dad's gonna be deaf by the end of this podcast. Stay tuned on
Well,
that. But
we're almost done anyway.
exactly. Well, anyways, sorry, coronavirus. Please continue.
Um. Oh, maybe I had to think about what I was saying. The thing that's bugging me is the amount of like bullshit hype that the media's portraying it as. Like,
Hmm.
oh, another person in this province, another person in this state, couple people here, like,
Yeah.
and they're like, it's such a pandemic. Oh my God, you just
Yeah.
like how many like bird flu a couple of years ago, swine flu a couple of years ago.
Ebola.
Fuck it, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, yes, it happens every few years. Maybe okay,
Hmm.
what a couple thousand people or whatever. Maybe it's more. I don't know. Like maybe the numbers are higher than what I'm saying, but still, it's
Yeah.
not like the entire planet's just gonna fucking die.
Yep.
And like, and honestly, yes, it's a virus, so it can happen anywhere in the world. But come on, we're in Canada in the 21st century. Get a
Yeah.
fucking flu shot, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be
Like
fine.
more,
Unless you smoke constantly, you have like a really weak pair of lungs, or you're very old. Those are like the main people that coronavirus infect. So if you're
mhm.
young, like I had to talk to kids at my school. They were like, "Yeah, like there's someone in town that got coronavirus or in Edmonton or something." I'm like, "You know you guys are fine, right? You guys are young, you guys are healthy. As long as you guys go to the doctor and they say, "Cool, you have healthy lungs," you're basically fine.
Mhm.
You're not going to die from this." And like if something happens and the school gets shut down, then they're going to find a way to make it so you guys can teach anyway, or like you can learn at home anyways. So,
With the technology we have nowadays,
mhm,
FaceTime. There
exactly.
you go.
FaceTime, Google Classroom is a huge, huge asset. They could just be like, cool, here, just do this with your parents because your parents are
Mhm.
probably home from work because coronavirus in a small town, it's probably going to be like, yeah, everything's shut down now,
Mhm.
except for like maybe a
So
fast food chain.
yeah, so like I don't know. It's more people are dying from like cancer and stuff like that, or fucking a regular cold.
Or a cow. Or just a random cow is just going to come kill you. You're more likely to die by a cow than you are to die by coronavirus, probably. I don't know what
I,
the statistics are, but you
you
could
could
probably figure that out.
you could probably figure that out. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing when people were getting scared of like shark attacks on the beach. Like
I'm afraid of
more
sharks. I don't fuck around
more
with the
people.
beach.
Well, no, but like more people kill sharks than sharks kill people. Like it's the same. Like it's the same. People are just scared for
Yeah.
no reason. It's bloody annoying.
Listen, I'm afraid of a shark for a reason, and that the reason is they can fucking kill me. But like studies have shown that like sharks don't usually attack people, and they are more afraid of you than you are of them. That's a total lie for me because I'm scared shitless of sharks. I'm like, nope, nope,
Fine,
fuck
fine.
that, not doing
Put
it.
it this way: more people die from being on their phone and walking and taking a selfie in a stupid place than they die from the coronavirus.
I haven't really thought about people who have died from doing stupid selfies. I know of a guy
Yeah,
who
there was
got into
this,
a car accident because he was like,
or fine, being on their phone in general, not necessarily just
yeah,
like or like being distracted by being on their phone.
yeah, exactly. There was a guy who got recorded because he was yelling at some other dude who like cut him off or something. He was yelling at him and he was so distracted he ran into the back of another car at like 50 miles per hour. And it's just like, really? You're it's not
50
worth it.
miles.
Like
Yeah.
it's not a like it wasn't a fun time. Like it was in the middle of a street and it obliterated the car. It's like, well, hopefully the family in the green car is okay, but it's like, how are you that distracted and that angry just to yell at someone? Like when if I'm mad at someone that's on the freeway or on the highway or something, if they piss me off, I'll either like honk my horn or I'll just be like whatever. And if they go by me and they flip me off, then I flip them off back and that's that. I'm not that distracted by it. So
Hmm.
don't even like but coronavirus is something that you can avoid by just, making sure you're taking the normal steps of hygiene like a normal human being, aka washing your hands, making sure like if you touch the inside of your mouth or something like that, you're washing your hands again. You're being very hygienic. You take showers, shit like that. As long as you're hygienic and as long as you're, not smoking or you're like trying to like break down your lungs and get coronavirus, you're not going to get coronavirus. Like
Yeah.
it's a bunch of hype for the media. That's basically what it is. It's a huge hype tool. It's basically what these pandemics are. Because like
It's
Ebola.
scare tactics.
Yeah, exactly. There's like it's stupid. I remember the one day. I remember I was in high school one day, grade 9. We were sitting in class and we had there was a giant storm in Beaumont coming, like black clouds, like it looked like there was going to be a tornado or something. It's like we're in the middle of Alberta, we're in the middle of Canada, we're landlocked, we haven't had like a huge accident here. We had like one tornado and one earthquake, and those are like very very rare occurrences back in like 1940 something. It was very very rare, but they're like, oh my god, we're gonna die. It's like, shut up, we're not gonna die. And I had girls in my classroom crying. I had kids text their parents and say, take me out of school, I want to go home because I don't want to die here. It's like, hey, you're more safe in the school than you are at home. You realize that, right? Because, like, sure, you could go into the basement of your house, but that really doesn't mean too much. You might be safe there, but odds are in a school where it's way more solidified, you're probably better off. So, and like odds are you're not gonna die anyways. Like all these girls and stuff around me were crying. I was like, Jesus. I literally went, okay, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, just gonna, and fuck all you guys. And I would read because I was in LA. And then the bell rang, and I walked home, and I was like, wow, that storm looks like it's gonna suck. And then guess what happened? It passed by because nothing happens, and nothing will happen with coronavirus. Like, sure, you have a few cases here and there, but are they like really really healthy? Like Tom Hanks and his wife got coronavirus, but they're being really smart about it. They're actually like, oh yeah, we were down in Australia, we felt a bit tired, like we had colds, some body aches, so we went and we got tested for coronavirus, and we were tested to be positive. Medical officials have protocols that must be followed. We will be tested, observed, and isolated as long as public health and safety requires. Not much more than that. We take it one day at a time. Like, thanks and stay yourselves.
Not freaking out about it.
Yeah, exactly. They're being calm about it because they're like, odds are we're not going to die from this. We're just going to be sick for a little bit, and that's about that. And if Tom Hanks dies from it, then it's like, that sucks. Like Tom Hanks is great. He was very inspirational and awesome in a lot of movies. He is very well known, but like odds are he's not going to die.
The world will go on.
The world will go on. We're not.
Everyone's
all
gonna die. Everyone's gonna die eventually anyway. So stop worrying about it and just live your life.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Probably plane tickets and stuff are probably really really cheap. But the big thing I can say with coronavirus is like if one person gets tested positive on a plane, and then everyone on that plane is probably gonna be quarantined, and then they're shit out of luck. So like, let's say they go to, I don't know, Korea for the week. They go to South Korea for a business meeting. Suddenly they get tested for coronavirus, and then they're stuck. They're stuck for who knows how long in a country they don't know, and they're basically fucked, right? That's how it's gonna be, and that's one thing I didn't really think of, how it's impacting other people that don't have coronavirus. It's like if you have coronavirus and you willingly travel. Like, let's say you don't have coronavirus, but you're like, I'm feeling sick and stuff, but I'm going to travel anyways because I want to go, because I need to go back home. And then you get a bunch of other people sick. Now you're ruining their chances to do something. So if you get tested for coronavirus, stay the fuck at home. Don't be like, oh, I have coronavirus, I'm probably going to die, this is going to be it. Oh no, it's like, well, tough shit. I accidentally hit the re button on my keyboard, that's why I paused for a second. I just heard re. Because I have it set. I'm just going to hit this button. Okay, there you go. I will not be hitting the soundboard anymore. But, yeah, if you have coronavirus, stay home. Try not to infect your friends or family. Stay quarantined until you're feeling better. And, go see your health officials. Go see a doctor. Just
smoke a bunch of weed. Weed cures everything.
Weed cures everything, Davis 2020.
Yeah.
If I had glasses. Yep. Oh, wait, I do. I'm just going to... Yeah. Yeah. Coronavirus 2020. Smoke some weed, you'll be fine, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
that's kind of the complete opposite because weed kind of inflames your lungs. So
yeah, but don't listen to Davis. This is satire, you idiots.
Weed cures cancer.
Does it actually? No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not necessarily just smoking weed, but it helps shrink cancer cells.
Yeah, I can.
And helps with seizures.
Yep.
Marijuana is
cannabis
perfect.
and marijuana are huge. They are good for.
They're the same thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Marijuana / cannabis is huge because they are good with like anxiety and stuff like that as well. Not just like smoking weed, but like if you like with cannabis, like you get a regulated dose, you take it, then you're good with anxiety, then you're fine, and you're not high or anything. You just are good.
THC oils.
Exactly, right? So yeah, make sure you stock up. These idiots should not be stocking up on toilet paper. They should be stocking up on weed. So
hey, it's legal in Canada.
Exactly. It's fine. You can relax.
Most of the United States.
Most of the United States. The only thing that, like, now with this, it's like, if airline tickets are so cheap, maybe I should book my trip to Europe. It's probably going to be way cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Imagine getting a first class seat instead of $15,000. It's like $2,000. It's like, at that point, I would be like, hey, it's worth the $2,000 because being able to sit, like, you have your own room on a plane, that's like a dream for me. That's like one of my bucket lists. It's like, be rich enough or, like, have connections to be like, hey, I want to fly to Europe or to some Asian country. It's like, yeah, here's what we'll do. We'll hook you up in first class. You get your own room. You get your fancy food and stuff like that. It's like, I don't even care about the food. Fuck that. Just give me McDonald's. I'll be fine. I don't care. Listen, as long as you give me some Thai McChickens, I'm good to go. They're junior chicken, sorry. I don't really care for caviar or any of that shit. Like, of course I want to try it, just to be like,
You've never tried it?
I've never tried caviar. I've tried escargot. Escargot is...
Yeah.
It's interesting, but it's good. Thinking about it, it's gross, but when you actually eat it, it's actually not bad. You're just like, it's just another piece of meat, essentially.
Yes.
So, there you go.
Well...
That's...
Another random food rant.
You just go down escargot. Okay, we gotta have like a food-themed like episode. We're gonna eventually get to one point where it's like, this, if you eat at this fast food place, you are 96% likely to catch coronavirus. And then at that point, we're gonna spark a conversation of like, okay, where do we eat now? I swear to God, if soul fried chicken has fucking coronavirus, I'm gonna die. Like, that's it.
Whoa.
Life is over. Burger Priest, Five Guys, Blaze Pizza, if A&W, I don't know, any good food place, like, if any place has coronavirus, like, holy shit, that's gonna be so bad. Imagine eating a burger, you get coronavirus. That'd be really sad.
I don't think that's how it works, but
I don't think, no, I'm just saying, man, like, getting coronavirus from anywhere or anything, that's how scared people are. They're gonna be like, I can't go here because, this person contracted coronavirus, and 7 days ago, they were over here. It's like, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up and go. Unless it was, like, this is where the outbreak started. Like, it was in Wuhan, right? Wuhan, China. It's like,
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's, like, a point where it's like, yeah, we had 5 people within the last 3 days have coronavirus from this specific spot, then it's a problem. But if it's, like, a very, very obscure, like, you have to draw a bunch of red lines that are like, this person was at this restaurant 8 weeks ago, and now they suddenly have coronavirus. Is this a coincidence? I think not. Like, just shut up and just go. Live your best life.
That's how conspiracy theories work, so exactly. it probably would.
There you go. Just live your best life. Find a trip. Find something fun to do. Like, amidst all this coronavirus stuff, I got plans for the summer, for August, going to the shoe swaps for like a weekend. Fucking gonna have some fun. And I'm not concerned about coronavirus, because guess what? It's not going to kill us. It's not going to end the human species. Unless there's, like, a subspecies, or, like, it grows and attacks human organisms in a different way.
Yeah, I'm not going to be concerned until something actually happens.
Yeah,
as of right now, who cares? It's the common cold. Stop complaining about it.
It's the common cold that can kill you, but the odds are of it killing you are very, very unlikely. So just live your best life.
It's 2%.
It's 2%?
Apparently.
Oh yeah, it's like 2% to 0.5%. It's like, is it that much of a difference? No. The extra 1.5% will probably kill an extra, like, 500 people. That still sucks, but it's like, odds are you're not going to be a part of it. If it gets to like 0.5% for the flu and then 50% for coronavirus, then it's the like big issue the media is like portraying it to be. We need to do something about this.
Yeah, you do still need to continue. Like, I still understand what they're doing. Like what we were talking about before about stuff like ending major events that have thousands of people. I get it. It makes sense.
Yep.
But like to stop it now before it mutates. But yeah, we don't need to freak out about it.
We don't need to freak out about anything right now. Except for the fact that, like, you know, a bunch of things are shutting down because a lot of people, like, Overwatch League is like football. People live for this shit. E3 is a huge thing for, like, YouTubers and for big companies. Well, apparently, like, Xbox is doing their own little convention in lieu of this. Because they're like, we still want to show off, like, the Xbox Series X. We still have a lot of things we want to announce. So we're going to do our own thing. Which is cool. But that basically is going to be like E3 is going to die out because, like, Sony pulled out of it. Now, if Xbox is doing, like, their own thing and they get good reception, they're going to keep doing it. Things like that, right? So, we'll see. Anyways, that's going to do it for the podcast because Davis is a busy boy and he needs to go do stuff. This will be the first time I'm actually editing this on DaVinci. So, we're going to see how that goes. So, nice. That'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe and subscribe to our YouTube channel at MultiMediaMadness. And thank you guys for listening and or watching. And Davis,
let us know your thoughts on the coronavirus.
Yep, and your favorite food places, favorite fast food places. We'll start there. We have to make a list. For Davis, we're making a list.
Okay.
There you go. Deal. Next episode, if we can find a time to record it. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, catch you later, guys.
Bye.
See y'all. Listening. If you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be in the description.